Man, I'm in a place right now where I just want to understand. Like, I'm just in a place where understanding is so important to me. So when I was talking with a friend yesterday, and they were just telling me about how they felt that I was a certain type of person because of things that I did in the past, the first thing that I had to do was take a second to just acknowledge that I did do those things, and that at that time I wasn't the best person to be around. And I had to apologize for my actions and the things that I did. And because I'm so big on understanding, I wanted them to understand why I was doing the things that I was doing, not making an excuse for it because I was wrong, which is why I apologize, but just to give them a better understanding as to why I was doing it. And part of the reason why, not the whole reason, but part of the reason why is because they weren't a good friend at the time. They weren't a good person to be around either at the time. And I wasn't emotionally and mentally mature enough to have those conversations in a healthy way. Whenever I did try to have those conversations, I always led with anger, led with frustration, and whatever I didn't say, I held inside, and that turned into resentment. And so when I'm telling them all of this, of course the natural thing is for them to get defensive, and I was just like, I'm not saying this to place blame, because I've acknowledged that I did wrong and I hurt you, which is why I apologize. I'm just trying to help you understand part of the reason why I was the way that I was. Again, part of it was because of how I was treated by you. The other part was because I didn't know how to communicate in a healthy way. I was emotionally and mentally mature enough to communicate my feelings, to say, hey, that hurt me. What you did, what you said hurt me. I didn't know how to be vulnerable. I didn't think that it was possible for me to be vulnerable. And so that led to me holding that stuff inside and being resentful. And I understand when you feel like you've been wronged, it's hard to see the other person's perspective, the person who wrongs you. But sometimes we are a part of the reason why we get hurt. We don't realize that how we treat people affects how they treat us. And so we be so focused on, oh, you hurt me, but we never take time to think like, oh, but I did do that to them, and that's not right. That wasn't fair of me. That wasn't. So it ended up being a good conversation, but it did kind of get a little intense. But again, for the sake of understanding, when they took things personally, I never turned around and took it personally. I just try to get them to understand, hey, I'm coming from a place of understanding, and I'm just trying to give you as much insight into who I was and why I handled things the way